so focused on the next success, the next step in your career, the next check, whatever it is. When those things came, the happiness wasn't there.
Has your happiness risen at the same amount as your bank account?
No, but there are a lot of people with tons of money who are unhappy. Either they become a prisoner of their money, right, or they become so consumed with getting money that they don't allow time for happiness.
One of the biggest problems that we're facing in society right now is people are too obsessed with money and being successful. This is bad for our mental health because we're giving money too much control over our level of happiness. Finding a $5 bill on the ground can make your whole day, finding out your coworker makes more money than you can ruin your whole week, and money is the second leading cause of divorce. It seems like in most scenarios being obsessed with money is a net negative. So what causes this unhealthy obsession that we have with it? Whether we realize it or not, humans are very impressionable. Even the self-proclaimed independent thinkers can't help but be influenced on a subconscious level. And you know who loves to influence the masses? Large corporations and the media. They want to sell us things that we don't need. So together they push the narrative that success and happiness are closely linked to material items. Successful people drive nice cars. They live in big homes. They always have the latest tech. They wear specific clothing brands. But most importantly, successful people, the ones with lots of really expensive nice things, they are super happy and live a way better life than we do. So obviously we should try to be like them and buy tons of stuff. Or at least that's what's marketed to us. Even if you wouldn't consider yourself to be materialistic, as a human you can't help but start to associate material things with success when it's all over TV, advertisements, and the music industry. It's actually part of our psychology and it's referred to as the availability heuristic. In order to speed up the process of decision making, our brain uses the information that's most readily available. Oftentimes, this information is one that we've gained from repeated exposure. This is great when deciding basic things like, it's cloudy so I should grab an umbrella. But it's bad when we're thinking about things like, what does success and happiness look like? Obviously, those things are a lot deeper and there's a lot of different variables to that. Okay, now let's connect the dots. People are obsessed with money because the media has convinced us that by having money, we can buy nice things. And by having nice things, that'll mean that we are successful. And by being successful, we'll live a good life. So in short, having money equals you'll have a good life. I admit it, I used to believe this way. I fell for their tricks. But once I started to think about it more deeply, I started to realize that, I actually think this is wrong. I don't think that you need money to live a good life. Now, I won't be naive and say that money has zero influence over our happiness. Obviously, you need money to cover basic needs like food and shelter. But I still think that we're giving money way too much influence over our ability to be happy, and this is a problem that we should address. Let's take another look at that equation from earlier. We'll notice that money is actually just a means to an end. We've been treating money as the end goal, but in reality, at our core, what we actually care about is trying to live a good life. So I don't think people are obsessed with money naturally. I think we're obsessed with trying to live a good life, and we've just been tricked into thinking that the way we live a good life is by having money. Listen to what Tim Ferriss says in his book, The 4-Hour Workweek, and maybe you'll have an aha moment like I did. People don't want to be millionaires. They want the experience that they believe only millions can buy. $1 million in the bank isn't the fantasy. The fantasy is the lifestyle of complete freedom it supposedly allows. If only I had more money is the easiest way to postpone the decision making necessary to create a life of enjoyment now and not later. I want you to know that you have everything that you need right now to live a good life. Just be a little more intentional with how you're spending your time. I feel like unless we're specifically reminded to slow down, it's so easy to just get caught up in chasing the next job, the next promotion, just pursuing more money. I'm just trying to say it's okay to slow down. Don't let money or the pursuit of it take you out of the present because you're waiting till your bank account says a certain number to finally focus on living a good life. And now I'm going to leave you with my favorite story that relates to this. It's called The Businessman and the Fisherman. There was once a businessman who was sitting by the beach in a small village. He saw a fisherman rowing a small boat towards the shore who caught some big fish. The businessman was impressed and asked how long it took him. The fisherman replied, "Oh, just a short while." The businessman replied, "Then why don't you stay longer and catch even more?" "This is enough to feed my whole family," the fisherman said. The businessman then asked, "So, what do you do for the rest of the day?" The fisherman replied, "I fish in the mornings, then I play with my kids and nap with my wife in the afternoon. At night I drink and dance and play guitar with my friends." The businessman offered to help. "I'm a PhD in business management. I could help you become more successful. From now on, you should spend more time at sea and catch as many fish as possible. When you have saved enough money, buy a bigger boat and catch even more fish. Then you'll be able to buy more boats, set up your own company, and a production plant for canned food. Then you'll set up other locations." The fisherman continues, "And after that?" The businessman laughed. "After that, you can live like a king in a big house, and when the time is right, you can sell your company and be rich." The fisherman asks, "And after that?" The businessman says, "After that, you can finally retire, buy a house by the fishing village, fish in the mornings, play with your kids and nap with your wife in the afternoon, and at night, you can drink and dance and play guitar with your friends." The fisherman was puzzled. "Isn't that what I'm doing now?" Boom, mic drop. Okay, I'm not actually going to drop on microphone, but I do want to say, if you enjoy thought-provoking content like this, where the goal is usually to help you improve your life, why don't you go ahead and hit subscribe and check out the rest of my channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. See ya.